I found out proper preparation and precision equals perfect timing. Yeah, the weed is lit. Perfect timing means you ain't too late. Me and lazy niggas, boy, we can't relate. I'm on a different mission trying to make a way. Can't get distracted in this time when demand has changed. I put my fist up and demand change. Sometimes you gotta change the narrative just to get your way. Life's just like an ocean, you gotta ride the waves. Full of ups and downs, survival the only way to stay. In this life, man, you cannot play.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Guys, welcome back to another amazing episode right here live late night at the pharmacy. I am the pharmacist, Mr. Got What You Need. And man, this has been an amazing week so far. But hey, we got a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on. Don't you go not a damn bit of nowhere, because after this brief commercial break, we'll be right back with more late night at the pharmacy.
I am the pharmacist, Mr. Got What You Need. And I'm from Illinois. That's right, St. Louis, Missouri to be exact. But I was born in Litchfield, Illinois. This is the television show you want to be on, so that way you can elevate yourself or you can de-elevate yourself. This is the make or break line, the pharmacy. Late night at the pharmacy is the make or break line for a lot of people's careers. Because hey, you are the ones that are responsible for the way you answer the questions. So we discover people here too. Not just interviews, we give you live, hard-hitting news. We're gonna give you facts of the day. So if you, just in case if you missed it, you can come to late night at the pharmacy to get your fix. Not necessarily a drug fix, but a mental fix. Fix on the news, fix on all emotions, fix on how you should feel about yourself, how you should feel about your day. But we're not trying to persuade you to how you feel about your day. We just want to make you feel better about your day. And here at Late Night at the Pharmacy, you'll be able to get everything you need and more. So don't miss your opportunity. An opportunity to be the best. Late Night at the Pharmacy.
Welcome back, everybody, man. This is absolutely amazing. Welcome back to another episode of Late Night at the Pharmacy. Jam-packed show. But, man, you know what time it is. It's time for that hard-hitting news, so we're going to get right into it. So throughout the week, we have our team gather up the best news that we can possibly find and deliver it right here to you guys. So this is what we were able to come up with so far. Guys, so far, we have had this death running rampant throughout all of our news. Aaron Carter just passed away, guys. Absolutely crazy. Aaron Carter has officially passed away at the age of 36. Man, most of us remember him growing up, and his brother laid claim to fame, and I believe it was the Backstreet Boys, if I'm not mistaken. Crazy situation. They said they found cans of compressed air all around his body, and when they found him, and they just think it's a malice intent and a possible overdose and suicide attempt that it actually went through, and it's absolutely heartbreaking to see what happens to a lot of these stars and people that we look up to, and we really think that everything is all good, and it's not all good. Sometimes you just need to go check up on somebody, and that's what I feel like should have happened in this case, guys. Aaron Carter passed away once again at age 36, and this is just absolutely crazy. This man was a renowned artist. Ladies loved him. When we grew up, man, that's all I remember. All the girls in the school was like, I love me some Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter and Justin Timberlake. That's what it was. They couldn't figure out which one they loved more. But one thing's for sure is another person out here has lost their life to another senseless act, guys. We got to stop overdosing. We got to stop doing all this crazy violence, man. It's getting really crazy out here. Speaking of things that have been really crazy out here, transitioning on, guys, Takeoff, as you guys know, we talked about last week, passed away. And it's been absolutely crazy pandemonium. Everybody has been paying their respects. And today, that's right, today, everybody came to Atlanta Falcons Stadium, A&T Stadium, I believe it's I forgot what the name of that stadium is. Don't worry about that. But what it does matter is everybody came in and paid their respects, and it was absolutely amazing to see everybody come together and just celebrate the life that is of Takeoff, man. It was absolutely beautiful, but it's still, once again, guys, we've got to do better with all this senseless acts and senseless killing, the things that we've been doing out here to each other. It doesn't make any sense why we're able to constantly have a RIP story every week on this show. Like, it don't even make any sense why we're constantly having to do this. Man, one day we all gonna wake up and realize that we need each other. And I hope that day is today. If you're hearing it now, wake up. We need to get it together, because this just simply isn't it anymore. But yeah, once again, guys, we're never going to hear from Takeoff ever again. So we remember him through his music and everything that he was able to contribute to this world, and we just say thank you wherever you may be. Speaking of things we want to say thank you for, thank you and special shout outs to C3W, those crazy maniacs. That's right, the fastest growing wrestling promotion in the world. These guys have been showing up and showing out. They've been all up and down the East Coast, down all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, all the way up to Buffalo, New York. These guys have been all over the place, laying down the hardest hitting action. And just at their last event, they had the hard hitting Moose. That's right, Moose, Impact Star, and Extravaganza. It came straight right here to C3W and put on for the fans like the fans have never seen before. Faced the super heavyweight champion Ivan Ali, and boy, did they have a match, man. I swear, the best super heavyweight match to date, period. And the only place you can see the only super heavyweight championship in the world right here at C3W. They got an event coming up on the 25th. That's right, November 25th. You don't want to miss it. Upper Marlboro. They are shutting down the place. Tickets are already sold out. That's right, 2,500 tickets have already been sold out. You guys, if you can try to finagle your way in, if you want to, just trying to get into the back door, drop the pharmacist name. I'll be live right there on commentary. I'll try and slide you in if I can get you. I ain't making no promises, but if you want to come, you're going to come and see why we are the fastest growing wrestling promotion in the world. I promise you, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Speaking of things that are absolutely amazing, shout out to Gen Z one time. Gen Z, stand up. Oh yeah, y'all got one right now. Maxwell Frost. That's right, Mr. Maxwell Frost, 25-year-old, has officially been elected into Congress, guys. That is absolutely amazing. 25 years old, unprecedented. I believe they said he's the youngest congressman to ever been elected to a Congress position and to have a seat. Man, this is absolutely amazing, guys. Look, do your thing, man. Y'all young boys showing up and showing out, man. Show up and show out. Mr. Frost, salute you over here, because Congress is a hard place to get a seat. And I pray you hold on to that seat as long as you can, man. Stick true to your values. Remember the people that put you in the position that you're in, and do what you came to do, and that is be the best congressman that you can possibly be. Be for the people if you can. And man, look, let's get this ball rolling. Gen Z, stand up. Y'all got one. Oh, y'all got the first one out of y'all class. I'm happy to see that, Mr. Maxwell Frost. Happy to see where you're come from and where you're going, man. Just keep doing it, keep grinding. We just over here late night at the pharmacy. We're going to have you over here at the hot seat real soon, no doubt about that. Speaking of the hot seat, man, all right, so this next story we're going to talk about real quick is a little bit of a weirder story. We had Tony DeLuca, guys. Most people know Tony DeLuca was out there running for Pittsburgh. That's right, he was running for he was running for a state class out there in Pittsburgh. Running for office, passed away about a month ago. But because he passed away, his name was still on the ballot. People voted this man in and he won. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, first time in history we have a dead man that has actually won a seat in the Senate. It's absolutely crazy, guys. This is crazy. Like, he actually won his seat, and he ain't even here. He ain't even alive to get it. I want to know, how does this work? Because he's been voted in. He was still on the card. First of all, why was he still on the card if he passed away? Beyond the pharmacist, I don't know. I usually have everything you need. I ain't got the answer for that one. I don't know why he was still on the card. But what I do know is he won, and now we got to figure out the second place, really first place in this ordinance right here. I don't know how that works, but we're going to figure it out. Stay tuned and stick around to Late Night at the Pharmacy. Next week, we're going to have all the answers for you. I guarantee you that. Speaking of have all the answers, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the goddamn topic of the week. Now, the goddamn topic of the week simply goes to these crazy police officers that allowed a woman, now I'm going to say this one time and I'm going to say it, I may have to say it again, but they allowed a woman to get hit by a train in their police squad car. Now, first of all, how does that even happen? First things first, how do you arrest somebody and keep your car on the tracks? Like, I've never even heard of police officers arresting people leaving their car on the train tracks. Like, that's just dumb. Like, you gotta think about it. Smart 101 says, common sense 101 says, we're not gonna leave our car in the literally on train tracks. Like, oh, ain't no train about to come. It's the middle of the night. Shoot. That ain't what happened this time. Oh, that train came and smoking through. So just imagine the scenario, right? You're in your car, you get pulled over. And you might have had maybe a tail light was out, you maybe was going a little too fast down the road. We're just gonna say you got a speeding ticket, right? You're going speed limit 45, you're going 50, 55. You're going, all right, I'm just going down the road, wasn't nobody here, I'm in the back roads, I'm trying to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get home, probably just getting off work. Then all of a sudden, the police officer, because they like to play hide and go seek for whatever, peekaboo. They be hiding in the bushes for whatever reason, they be hiding in the bushes with a little gun in the radar. And then they pop out and they say, whoop, whoop, right behind you, and you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna pull over, you pull your car over on the side, just cross over the train tracks. They stop on the train tracks. Now, that's beyond you, because you're not looking at the fact they just stopped on the train tracks. You're looking at the fact that you just got pulled over. You might be a little nervous. Most of us must be a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got pulled over. License and registration, you already got it ready. And then they're talking to you, come to find out you might have a little something expired. We got to take you downtown, or you might have been drinking a little bit. So they decide they have to put you in the back of the squad car, right? You in the back of the squad car doing what you're supposed to do. You're not being belligerent. You're not doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. But for some reason, with police officers, it takes them 133 days to figure out your ticket number, how to give you that information and transport you to where you need to go. I don't understand why it takes forever in a day for them just to give you a ticket or administer a ticket. But in this case, when you have to go, they put her in the back seat. They walked away, had a conversation, the two police officers sitting there having a conversation, convening. While they were convening, I don't know how you don't hear a train coming. You got to explain that to me, because train come with horns, bells, and whistles. They was toot-toot coming straight through, like it was like moose coming through there. The train was coming through. How do y'all not hear it? But by the time they turned around, all they saw was a train impacting the back of the SUV, and it was a horrific looking scene, guys. Guys, she survived. Thank God the lady survived, because if she wouldn't have survived the lawsuit, oh God, what it could have been compared to what it is going to be now. But even though that she survived, guys, they got some answering to do. Both police officers have already been fired. But the lady, they said, when she comes to, you best believe her family is already looking to get the biggest lawsuit and the biggest dollar bill they can already get. That's already been pronounced on. But man, that's been absolutely crazy. That's the goddamn topic of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, drop a like, a comment down below, and let me know. If you were hit in a situation where you got hit by a train, what would you do in a sense? Would you sue? How would you handle this situation? I want to know, how would you handle this situation if you were in a situation to where you could possibly lose your life, or even more, beyond that, not just your life, you could have lost a limb if you survived, or you were paralyzed, or anything like that could have happened, guys. This is absolutely egregious, and police officers, you got to use more common sense. If anybody should have common sense, y'all supposed to have more common sense than anybody. Stop parking your cars on the train tracks, because stuff like this will happen absolutely. Man, you got to be a little smarter than that. Hey guys, don't you go down a damn bit of nowhere, because right after this, we got Almira Zacky that's going to be right here in the house. Almira Zacky, man, this is going to be crazy. You guys know her from being in places like NBC on shows with Kelly Clarkson and Snoop Dogg right there at the American Song Contest and so many other things. But if you don't know who Almira is, take a look at this intro video right here.
What do you get when you mix a ton of Southern soul with a dash of Northern edge? You get this next soul singer and the place she's repping tonight. Competing for Virginia, meet Almira Zacky.
Let's go Virginia. Oh, sorry, I messed it up. Let's go Virginia. Let's go Virginia. I'm Almira Zacky. My name actually means princess in Arabic, and I'm a first-generation American of Indonesian Muslim parents. Growing up, we would speak the language, we would eat all the food all the time.
What do we put in it? You need to eat this.
The culture of Indonesia is so beautiful, and we put a lot of love into everything we do. It's just what we're about. I'm from Northern Virginia. We're known as the DMV, which stands for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And what I love the most is there's a lot of diversity, and everyone has that hustler's mindset. I was raised around such an urban lifestyle, but you could see someone from Northern Virginia, and then you could see someone from a more southern area, and then you'll be like, wait, they're from the same state? They'll ask, oh, where are you from? And I'll be like, no, where are you from? Virginia definitely has its own slang. We like to say 2 up, 2 down. There's something in the water out here. And one of the most famous tourist slogans ever, Virginia is for lovers.
We are family.
My friends, they all call me the R&B princess of Virginia.
How are y'all doing tonight?
I like to infuse R&B and pop and soul.
Y'all better get y'all autographs while y'all can.
All right, thank you guys. I love y'all.
The song I'm gonna be singing is Over You. It has that nostalgic R&B 90s, 2000s vibe that Virginia is known for, and it's just amazing feeling to know that I'm the next generation of that. I wanna show everyone that we are such amazing, loving people, and I think that's just the energy that the world needs.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Almira Zacky. Oh, this is amazing. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, 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 man. Please have a seat right here. Please have a seat. Oh, man, this is absolutely amazing. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This one right here, I've been absolutely waiting for. First things first, welcome to Late Night at the Pharmacy. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
It wasn't too bad of a trip coming up, right?
No.
Not too bad of a trip. That's absolutely great. So for the people that don't know who you are, please tell everybody out in Pharmacy Land who you are. Because look, you guys, if you don't know, you're missing out. Like, just give them a brief overview who you are.
My name is Almira Zacky. I'm a 25-year-old R&B singer, songwriter, recording artist from the DMV, particularly Northern Virginia. I've been singing and performing my whole life, and I'm really excited to be here and just continue to spread my music and spread, the message that I put through it all. So,
man,
thank you
look,
for having me.
Look, if you guys never heard any of her music, like, you guys are absolutely tripping. Like, you've had some amazing hits, some amazing songs. You've been in some amazing places. We're gonna get into all of that. So, how did you get into this music game? Like, how did you decide that, I want to be an R&B artist? And not only that, your background is pretty amazing. You're an Indonesian Muslim artist on top of that. So it's super amazing because you don't really hear that kind of a combination.
Right.
So how did you decide, or did music decide for you? Like, did music choose you, or did you choose music?
Oh, music definitely chose me. I mean, I've been singing ever since I could remember, just as a young girl. I just always caught on to lyrics so quickly, and I was never afraid to just like belt in front of my parents, my friends, and I've always had such an outgoing personality. So I think as I grew up and I wanted to really pursue music and being a recording artist, things just fell into place, and it was like to the point where I couldn't ignore it. Like, it was like if I were to do anything else with my life, like, I would just not be who I am today, and I'm really happy, life has panned out the way that it has, and my journey has been so full of blessings and so much support, so much, so many things just coming, and I just feel really blessed every single day to be, living my dream and making it bigger at that point.
That's absolutely amazing. So I got to ask you, so growing up like in that kind of a household, Indonesian Muslim, first of all, I don't really know anybody that's Indonesian. So what's the culture like? It's got to be completely different from what most people are accustomed to. So how was that growing up in that family atmosphere? And then did they give you the support right off rip, or did it take them a little second to, all right, we see something now, she's really got something, we're going to back? Was it an instantaneous backing, or was it kind of like, what? She played with it enough, we're going to go ahead and see what she can do with it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Indonesian culture is beautiful. I would like to say it's a blend of kind of like tropical, Southeast Asian, but because we're the most predominantly populated Muslim country in the world, there's a lot of like Arabic influence, Middle Eastern influence. So that's why you kind of see me dress how I dress. I'm very big about like colors and boldness, but it's also still very feminine and everything.
So bright, bold colors are real popular.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Definitely. And our prints and our patterns, traditional Indonesian wear is called batik. So like you always see lots of bright colors, and it's very tropical. But culturally, my family is definitely on the more traditional side. I come from a very religious family, devout Muslims, and growing up, I kind of always felt like I wouldn't say on a thin line, but I just had to figure out my own way in terms of how I wanted to go about life, because like I said, I was always so outgoing and I was always so out there, and my parents didn't really know what to do with me. And so they kind of let me like do my own thing. But when it got to the music being really serious and like taking that to the next step in my career, I had to definitely prove it to them that I could make it. So I was really involved when I was in college. When I went to college, I went to VCU.
VCU, correct? Yeah.
Virginia. Shout out to my Rams.
Shout out to the Rams one time.
Yeah, so I studied health science and biology there when I first came. And then I just got really, really involved. I started throwing the concerts. I was doing all these things with different artists and hip hop and R&B.
That's really dope. I want to stop you right there before you get a little too far.
It's okay.
What was the first platform that you finally got a chance to, express yourself in a sense of your talent? You go out there, you sing. What was that first stage that, you were like, all right. And after you did it, you were like, oh, I'm addicted. Like, you get addicted when it's something that you're supposed to be doing. What was that first stage for you that was all right, this is where we're going with this?
The first stage I actually ever performed on was in 7th grade at my middle school talent show.
Wow.
I sang The Climb by Miley Cyrus, and my sister played the piano, because my sister is an amazing pianist. And I remember I was so nervous because I was just this little girl, literally this little Asian girl that just had such a big voice. And when I sang that, everybody loved it. I mean, obviously we're kids, so it's like, they don't have like high expectations in terms of what sounds good, but
you out here belting as a kid. You was going and getting them ballots as a kid. That's a whole nother ballgame. Somebody was like, who kid is this? This is out of pocket. Like, she's singing like this? Man.
And then when I started to grow up, when I went to later on in middle school and then in high school, I joined this organization in DC, based in DC. It's called the Indonesian Kids Performing Arts.
Really?
So,
Amazing.
Yeah, so I performed alongside all of these Indonesian kids that played all different instruments. So they played everything down to the drums, the cello, violin, flute, guitar, clarinet. I mean, I was so used to being one of the main vocalists to a whole orchestra, and being in that organization brought me closer to my culture. It brought me closer to my own people, but it also, most importantly, brought it closest to my voice and my performing experience. So I've always been a performer. You know, before I even got in the studio, recording studio, I was performing. That's why I feel like my confidence is the level that it is. You know, I'm not afraid to sing in front of anyone.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. First time I actually got a chance to see you was at the 8th Street Festival.
Yes.
That was absolutely amazing. I was like, man, some people got star power and star presence. But
Thank
what I
you.
didn't realize is that I saw you on the American Song Contest before
Right.
I saw you at 8th Street Festival.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. She looks like the girl I saw with Snoop and Kelly Clarkson. Tell me about this situation, because you transitioned, you're in BSU, you're doing your thing there, you transition out, you're not in college anymore. Now it's time to start doing networking. You're putting in that work. You got your manager, you got your team together, you have amazing background dancers, your team is together now. How did we land and get a spot singing for and representing not just anybody, but representing your state and conquering your state and representing and putting on for the rest of the 50? Tell me how we get to this situation with NBC.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I wish I could tell you the play-by-play. I feel like it kind of just all happened right before my eyes. You know, I definitely am a walk-by-faith type of person, and
That's
I
great.
was just following the signs and just making sure that I was extremely proactive in every situation that I was in. I was making the most of every opportunity, maintaining good relationships, just being a good person, always making sure to pay it forward. You know, when I first started in music, there were a lot of people that just gave me a chance just because they saw the drive or they saw the hustle. And so that's just something that I'm really about now. And when it came to being casted to represent Virginia for NBC's American Song Contest, they were actually looking for an artist exactly like me. Like, they were looking for a female R&B singer, specifically R&B, just because they know the history of R&B, you know, in Virginia, in the state of Virginia. So when they found me, they were like, oh, this is like a perfect fit. You know, they asked me to submit a few songs, and then one of the songs that I had submitted was Over You, which is the song that ended up getting chosen.
Amazing song, by the way, if you guys never heard it.
Thank you. Yeah, so that was a song that ended up getting chosen, and then, you know, I went out in March to go do the filming, which was like a week of preparation. So we were given everything down to, you know, stylists, creative direction, background dancers, a full-on schedule. It was an amazing experience, and it really just taught me that everything that I was working towards was like, okay, this is really it. Like, I'm really doing it. And you know, I used to always joke around to my friends being in college at VCU. I used to say that I was going to be the next R&B artist to get on, to make it out of Virginia. And, you know, just those words, speaking them out loud, just became a reality. So it was an amazing experience to be able to, you know, share the stage with those amazing background dancers, beautiful women.
Yes, definitely.
Diversity, like everything that I'm about, especially being an Indonesian Muslim R&B singer.
Definitely.
So many fans from Indonesia reached out to me after that. So it was just like, everything's
shutting
clicking.
Shut it down. And you shut it down on the stage. Performance was absolutely amazing. You had everybody in there rocking what you had going on, and I was at home like, yeah, this is all right for Virginia. Okay, I was like, okay, Virginia, stand up. I see you out here, Virginia, making it happen. That was really dope.
They were surprised. I think the other contestants actually were surprised that I wasn't a country singer, because they just have such stereotypes of what Virginia is.
Look,
So.
Virginia got people like Chris Brown coming up out of there. Y'all better go check the R&B list and see what's coming up. Look, Virginia got hitters for days, and now you've joined that list of some of the most talented R&B artists to ever come up out of here. It's been absolutely amazing. So I have just a couple more questions. We'll get you out of here real quick. So you said your musical style, right? Your musical style is soul, R&B mixed with pop. So I want to know, this is a crazy little combination. So tell me some of these soul artists that you grew up listening to, that you were like, you heard and you were like, you know what? Whew, let me incorporate some of that in what I got going on. Let me get that feel, that connection. Because when you hear soul music, that's a connection you're making with somebody. Like, it's a different kind of connection that soul artists have than R&B or pop or anybody else. But when you throw it all three together, tell me, who are some of those artists that you looked up to in that soul world?
Well, actually, when I started to get really into music and finding my own style, I wouldn't even say that R&B and soul was like shown to me when I was a little girl. Like, I actually kind of found my way through that just because that was the most fitting for my voice. But
Gotcha.
I listened to a lot more like soft rock growing up, like what my parents listened to.
Nice,
We listened to
nice.
like a lot of like
Who were some of those artists?
oh my gosh, like Daughtry.
Oh yeah, Chris Daughtry, American Idol singer. You know what I'm saying? He made it happen.
Nickelback. I mean, we listened to. My mom
yeah.
loved Celine Dion, but it wasn't until.
Oh, Celine, legendary though.
Yeah,
Celine Dion is
definitely.
legendary. Like,
Yeah.
grown men cry to Celine Dion. I seen it happen. Oh, I didn't seen it happen. She
Yeah.
had him crying at the stage every time she have a show, especially out in Canada. You know, they love her out in Canada. They be out there, Celine. I'm like, I don't know how she do it, but she on that Elvis Presley level to me. Like,
Yeah,
a couple people can
definitely.
reach that kind of a status. But so you know, we got soul artists, we got some pop artists. So tell me some other people that you look up to and got some inspiration from to help you catapult your career and take it to where it's been currently right now.
I definitely look up to artists like Kehlani, you know, Ariana Grande.
Gotcha.
They're more of like the modern day women that I definitely love their style and I love everything that they stand on. But I do love like the 90s and 2000s R&B as well. You know, I love like Keisha Cole. My last record that I just released actually today, it's called Should Have Listened. Someone DM'd me earlier on Instagram like a couple days ago. They were like, oh, this reminds me of Keisha Cole. I'm like, okay. Like,
Hey.
I just love
Hey,
women that
that's
have
what I'm
a lot
talking
to
about.
say. You know, I love women that are very unapologetic about what they sing about, and they have really powerful voices, commanding presence. Like that's definitely any woman that you can categorize into that is what I like.
All right, cool. So, couple more, like I said, about to get us out of here real
Yeah.
quick. So this networking thing, I want to know, and I want your opinion. How important is networking, and how important is having character and being able to be teachable and being able to learn from this game while you're traveling and going through the motions in the sense of while you're gaining and finding your success, taking it to new heights that you've never been to before. How are you able to navigate with your networking skills, get great connections, as well as being able to move on forward and just put it all together to make this one massive thing, which is Almira Zacky?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great question. Honestly, networking has been probably one of the most valuable things towards my career. You know, I was just so eager to meet so many different people from different types of industries. I didn't really, you know, care what level or what status you were on, because if you really are about what you're about, you have to be able to work with other people. You have to be able to collaborate, you know, and network across. Don't always think about networking up, because a lot of those times those people are going to be like, what can you do for me? And it's not necessarily always mutually beneficial. And you know, just to be able to build a team around you, solidness, like you have to see eye to eye on a lot of things, and you have to be able to like grow together. And I think also artists nowadays, they want to be so in the spotlight, and they want to be like, they want their name and lights, and they want to be the face of everything.
Like they want to be there now. They don't want to put the work in.
But
They want right here, right now.
Yeah, they never really understand that you have to like play certain positions. You have to be able to be okay with being versatile and, you know, taking on certain skills that will eventually get you to where you need to be. Like right now, I actually work for like a PR agency, a boutique agency in LA.
Amazing.
Yeah, I have a degree in PR, but it's just like, you know, to the world, I'm still that recording artist, but I'm still, you know, maximizing on my skills as a publicist. And
Right.
that only helps me, you know, as an artist. So I think artists just need to learn how to be more versatile and, you know, play the position that they're in, and don't rush their process, because like, I feel like that slows their process down even more so.
You heard it here. Don't rush the process, because it'll slow the process sometimes. Sometimes you're rushing, and if it works out, it works out. But trust the process.
Don't rush the process, because it'll slow the process. Just trust the process.
That's definitely, you know, I'm gonna words to live by.
Yes,
so
definitely.
marketing. You said you're in PR. This is what you do. So how important is education in the music world on the business side, and how important is marketing? Because you're gonna have to have some kind of marketing. It's very, very slim people that come out here and walk outside, and then all of a sudden there's somebody.
Yeah.
It don't happen every day, and every day ain't nobody making that kind of a transition happen in their life. So I want to know how marketing plays in. And how all of that conjunction together to make a solid product, to where this is now a mogul kind of a situation, being from just a standpoint of, I'm starting off, I got some songs out here, I'm trying to make something happen, but the marketing side that goes in it with all the PR.
I mean, I think education is really important. I wouldn't necessarily say you have to go to college and get a degree for it, because Google is free.
Of course,
YouTube
knowledge is free. Knowledge is 100% free.
You just have to be able to learn in every situation that you're in. I think artists can, you know, hone in on a skill beyond being the recording artist, maybe being like a producer or an engineer, and like finding people that'll help you in that sense, or taking on an instrument or anything literally can, if you know that it'll be beneficial towards your artist career, like you'll be able to apply it. So I think education is just really important, and be able to take criticism, be able to take from people and find your own way about it. Obviously as an artist, you can kind of be, you think what's best for you and what's best for you, but like you have to be able to open up your mind to what other people say and how they critique you in order for you to just reach that next market or reach that next age demographic. And there's a different way for everybody, but social media is a huge, great tool. If you're not a social media person, then like be out and meeting people, going to events.
Do the original social media and be outside.
Yeah, start in your city, start in your area, start in your neighborhood, and then grow beyond that, and be able to like just take it all back in.
That's absolutely amazing, man.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask a question. We gotta keep the show moving, but look, can you do something for us here tonight?
Man, I think I got some time to get on that stage.
You could do something for us here tonight.
Yeah.
So before we have you go on that stage, I gotta ask one more question. So what can people expect to see coming up from you next? How can you find you? How can you plug yourself and things like that? Plug yourself real quick.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm always dropping new music, new visuals. You can stay tuned on all my streaming platforms and social media at Almira Zacky. That's ALMIRAZAKY. I'm really active and I love meeting new people and talking to new people. So if you like what you hear, definitely check out my new music. I just dropped a single today on 11/11. It's called Should've Listened. So make sure you get that.
Oh man, yeah, you guys don't go not a damn bit of nowhere, because right after this commercial break, we got Almira Zacky live on the stage right here at Late Night at the Pharmacy. Thank you very much, man. Great. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Almira Zacky.
I'm going to be covering Cater to You by Destiny's Child as my first song. Baby, I see you working hard, wanna let you know I'm proud, let you know that I admire what you do. The more of I need to reassure you, my life will be purposeless without you. If I want it and you got it, you inspire me to be better. You challenge me for the better. Sit back and let me pour out my love letter. Let me help you. Take off your shoes, untie your shoestrings, take off your cufflinks. What you wanna eat, boo? Let me feed you. Let me run your bath water. Whatever you desire, I'll supply you. Sing you a song, turn my game on. I'll brush your hair and put your do-rag on. Wanna foot rub, want a manicure. Baby, I'm yours, I wanna cater to you, boy. Let me cater to you, cause baby, this is your day. Do anything for my man. You blow me away. I got your slippers, your dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, let me cater to you. Inspire me from the heart, nothing tear us apart. You're all I want in a man. I put my life in your hands. I got your slippers, your dinner, dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, let me cater to you. Baby, I'm happy you're home. Let me hold you in my arms. I just wanna take the stress away from you. Doing my part, boy, is there something I need you to do? Say the word and I got you. I know whatever I'm not fulfilling, another woman is willing. I'm gonna fulfill you, my mind, body, spirit. I promise, yeah. I keep myself up, remain the same chick you fell in love with. I keep it tight, I keep my figure right. I keep my hair fixed, keep rocking the hottest outfits. When you come home late, tap me on your shoulder, I roll over. Baby, I heard you, I'm here to serve you. The love you need to give it is my joy. All I wanna do is cater to you, boy. Let me cater to you. Baby, this is your day. Do anything for my man. You blow me away. Got your slippers, dinner, your dessert, and so so much more. Anything you want, let me cater to you. Inspire me from the heart, nothing tear us apart. You're all I want in a man. I put my life in your hands. I got your slippers, dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, let me cater to you. Inspire me from the heart, ain't nothing tear us apart. You're all I want in a man. I put my life in your hands. Got your slippers, dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, let me cater to you. Inspire me from the heart, ain't nothing tear us apart. You're all I want in a man. I put my life in your hands. Got your slippers, dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, let me cater to you. This is my new single, Should Have Listened. It just dropped today, 11/11. Make sure y'all get that and check it out. Every time I turn my back, you're talking. All the things you're saying ain't been adding. But I know you're hurting in your soul. That bitterness won't let you go. So there you go. My loyalty and just gave it all away. You call me out my name and I've had enough. Time's always gonna tell. I don't need no one else. Now that I know you betrayed my heart, did what I could and I played my part. After all that I've been through, I don't want nothing to do with you. By the way, my guarded intuition told me all about you. Should've listened. I see it all and I feel it all. Either way, life goes on. By the way, my guarded intuition told me all about you. Should've listened. I see it all and I feel it all. Either way, life goes on. Heart on my sleeve, wish you felt my pain. Days going by, you still ain't changing. I said I don't care anymore, but I can't just let you go. All your mistakes, I was always forgiving, but all that ever did was cause me damage. Don't know what I'm fighting for, but God shows signs when we need it most. Now that I know you betrayed my heart, did what I could and I played my part. After all that I've been through, I don't want nothing to do with you. By the way, my guarded intuition told me all about you. Should've listened. I see it all and I feel it all. Either way, life goes on. By the way, my guarded intuition told me all about you. Should've listened. See it all and I feel it all. Either way, life goes on. It's a short song. Shout out to my amazing keyboardist Pete, aka Hungry Boy. He is the best in the city.
Welcome back, everybody. And Almira Zacky just shut down the stage, guys. That was absolutely amazing, man. I gotta say shout out, man. But you guys know what it is. Where would we be without our sponsors, guys? And we want to shout out our sponsors one time who make Late Night at the Pharmacy happen. So, guys, without further ado, first things first, KNF Financial, guys, do what you gotta do. You gotta be on top of your credit. You gotta stay on top of your credit. If you got okay credit, mediocre credit, or if you're trying to have the best credit possible, go to KNF Financial. Those ladies will take care of anything and everything you need as far as credit financing. And if you drop the pharmacist name right now, that's right, the pharmacist Mr. Got What You Need, you'll get 40% off your final discounted price. Man, that's absolutely amazing. Also want to say special shout out to Triple Detailing. That's right, Triple Detailing, the #1 car detailing company in the world right now. They will come pull up on you no matter where you are in the world and come car detail and give you the full custom breakdown service, guys. It's absolutely amazing. Right now, if you drop the name The Pharmacist, you'll get 10% off on all your final discounted needs. But this just in, they do car wraps now as well too. They'll do it right there on the spot, guys. Take full advantage of Triple Detailing. Also gotta say special shout outs to Butler Cooking. That's right, the best chef in all of the world. Man, you guys gotta go see why Butler Cooking is the #1 catered chef and the most sought after guy in the game right now. Don't believe me? Go check out the page Butler Cooking, guys, and let them know the pharmacist sent you right over there. Also, you gotta say special shout outs to Indulge. Oh yes, we talk about Indulge. You got to do your best to stay hydrated out here, and when you stay hydrated, you might as well indulge. You gotta go and support this amazing black-owned water company, guys. It's absolutely amazing. This is the #1 water provider for us here at Late Night at the Pharmacy. Also, we got to say special shout out to Venue GPS. That's right, Venue GPS. If you're in any city, doesn't matter what city that you're in the United States, if you have a venue, if you have an appointment, if you have a location, an avenue, you need tickets, whatever you need, one-stop shop right there at Venue GPS with mapping directions directly to where you need to be. Guys, this has been another episode of Late Night at the Pharmacy, man. I'm the pharmacist, Mr. Got What You Need, and you know how to catch us. Same platform, same time, 7 p.m., same day, every week. You know how it is, guys. Until very next time, good night, everybody.
So this is my debut single, Miss Me. I dropped this at the top of COVID and it was a smash. So make sure you guys check out the music video, check out the song. It's one of my favorites. Oh, no, 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 no. Isn't it funny how you used to tell me all these things? You used to be the one for me, and now you're playing all these games. Isn't it funny how you used to beg me to stay, even when you know you're wrong? You always make the same mistakes. I already know that you will never change. Boy, you're such a lame. Just give me one good reason not to walk away. So don't tell me that you miss me. Now you're moving on so quickly. Remember when you tried to diss me, lying on me till you're messy. And don't tell me that you're sorry. You always do a lot of talking. I'm tired of reading your apologies. All you ever did was lie to me. Go cry to her, don't call on me. I saw you with your new boo yesterday. I hate to be the one to tell you, babe, she ain't got nothing on me. It's a little embarrassing, but hey, she probably let you hit it more than twice. Who am I to tell you what to like? I know in the back of your mind you still think about me all the time. I already know that you will never change. Boy, you're such a lame. Just give me one good reason not to walk away. So don't tell me that you miss me. Now you're moving on so quickly. Remember when you tried to diss me, lying on me till you're messy. And don't tell me that you're sorry. You always do a lot of talking. I'm tired of reading your apologies. All you ever did was lie to me. Go cry to her, don't call on me. No, no. Isn't it a shame that I had to let you go? Didn't you know that I'm the one that's next to below? And you're wasting your time and you're telling her lies. I know. Oh, I know. I already know that you will never change. Boy, you're such a lame. Just give me one good reason not to walk away. So don't tell me that you miss me, 'cause now you're moving on so quickly. Remember when you tried to diss me,
lying on me till you're missing. And don't tell me that you're sorry. You always do a lot of talking. I'm tired of reading your apologies. All you ever did was lie to me. Go cry to her, don't call on me. No, no, no. So that was my debut single, Miss Me. So y'all should definitely check that one out. It's one of my favorite songs to perform, and it's definitely a fan favorite too. And up next for my last song, I have Over You, which is the song that I got to perform on American Song Contest. So if you're a fan of the show and if you're a fan of this song, sing along with me. Boy, you've been caught up in a daydream, no. The way you call my phone and I ignore. You always come around with something to say, yeah. Trying to get me caught up in your game zone. You drove me crazy through the fire, I was burned from your love. Let me scarred so broken down and I had enough. Gave you other chances, really thinking you would change, yeah. But I finally moved on, you got replaced, yeah. I know you're mad cause he loves me and you can't. I would be too, cause you're no longer my man. You're so invested, but I'm moving past it. Not trying to stress it, you should've known I'm over you. I said I'm over you. You're so full of wishful thinking, but there's no hope for us. Because I'm over you. No, you can't love me like he does, yeah. How does it feel to be alone now? He gives me everything I need, everything I've ever dreamed. Is everything you'll never be now. You only wanted your way, let me with no other choice but running away. Wishing I could take back the time, I could take back what's mine. But you know what goes wrong, gon' come back around. You drove me crazy through the fire, I was burned from your love. Let me scar so broken down and I had enough. Gave you other chances, really thinking you would change, yeah. But I finally moved on, you got replaced, yeah. I know you're mad cause he loves me and you can't. I would be too cause you're no longer my man. You're so invested, but I'm moving past it. Not trying to stress it, you should've known I'm over you. I said I'm over you. You're so full of wishful thinking, but there's no hope for us. Because I'm over you. I know you're mad, he loves me and you can't. I would be too, cause you're no longer my man. You're so invested, I'm moving past it. Not trying to stress it, you should've known I'm over you. I said I'm over you. You're so full of wishful thinking, but there's no hope for us. Because I'm over you. That American Song Contest. Shout out to Late Night at the Pharmacy for having me. I had such an amazing time. Thank you to the team behind this production, and shout out to Aaron, of course, our wonderful host of the night. Definitely stay tuned for what I got coming up next. You can find me on all socials and on all streaming platforms at Almira Zacky, ALMIRAZAKY. I can't wait to see you guys then. Thank you again.